Well, well, well. If it isn't me, again, I have some good news. I'm here to stay. Kind of. Sort of. I have made the decision that I do really like making YouTube videos. I really do. And the whole, I can't make design videos because I don't have enough time. Yeah, I do lack some time sometimes, but I decided, you know what? It's time to stop making excuses. It's time to get on the grind. So I have made the decision that I will be far more consistent this year. This year, I'm about to start rolling out bangers. Absolute bangers. As consistently as I can. I'm not saying it's going to be like my old upload schedule back in like 2018 where I would literally release a video, once a week. But I will try to be far more consistent. As you're watching this video, I can tell you that I am working on one other video as we speak. 2022 is grind time. Or I'm going to put out design content and I'm going to make it fun, goddammit. I feel like it's finally time for me to go ahead and explore this niche that I feel like it just isn't explored with YouTube. Like, you got art YouTubers, you got painting and makeup and stuff, that's cool. But I feel like design isn't touched upon. At least not in a popular way. Now, you guys might have noticed a slight rebrand. Yes, the name of the channel has changed for the third time ever. And I've decided to go ahead and make this change mainly because I was looking for a new gamer tag, because I've never had my own one that stuck with me. I've always kind of had a whole bunch of random ones, and I finally chose one. And I decided, you know what, besides just making that my gamer tag, let's just use that everywhere. So I am rebranding to that, but of course I will still be referring to myself by my own name. You guys could refer to me as however you'd like. And for those of you who want to know how it is pronounced Senystyn. It's just this weird amalgamation of my name and then just some sound that sounded cool at the beginning. Anyway, long intro out of the way, because I feel like I do this way too often in all my videos where I come back. I'm here to tell you that those intros are over because I am back to stay. Leave ideas down in the comments of what you guys would want to see me do. And with that, let's get into the subject of today's video. Now, I know for a fact that some of you probably looked at the thumbnail, the title, and thought, well, goddammit, Senystyn has officially lost his goddamn mind. And to that I say, you are absolutely correct. But I thought, you know what? If I'm going to go ahead and just jump into doing design content, why not just start it off with a bang, Or in this case, with a splash. Ew. Yes, it's a stupid video, but it's a way for us to start getting into design content on this channel. I'm going to be ranking the best urinals by their design, their shape, their form. And obviously, I can make this tier list because I'm a guy. I use urinals all the time. For the females that are watching this, if, surprisingly, there are any females watching this, I do apologize, first and foremost, that you are putting up with this, because I know this is weird. So before we actually get into the ranking of these urinals, let's go ahead and do a little recap as to what the urinal rules are. So, for my men, you guys know the sacred code that is using the urinals. And that is, of course, that if a person is in one urinal, you skip over the urinal that he's next to, and then you go to the one that's after that. So, I'll use this little chart here. If a man is in urinal 1, you immediately go for urinal 6. If a man is in urinal 1 and in 6, you go right down the middle, and you go for urinal 3. Of course, when you're at the urinals, that means that absolutely no talking allowed. And if you try talking to me, I will block you in real life. So now that we've kind of gone on a recap of the basic rules that all men should know, but of course that now leads us into moving on to the actual tier list. We have the rules set in place, but what about the urinals themselves? What if they suck? How can we tell if they suck? I'm about to tell you exactly how. So as you can see here, I have me a wonderful selection of 9 different urinals. And I'm gonna go ahead and rank them based on their form, their design, the shape. The color doesn't really matter all too much. They're all pretty much white. Pretty much just on their form. And then of course how that correlates to how comfortable they are to use. So starting off with the first one, it is your basic school urinal. It's the weird box shape and it's got that freaking lip nose thing in the front where you're kind of supposed to put your legs like in these weird little crevices, and it's just, I don't know how to explain that it's a little uncomfortable to use, mainly because of the shape. I mean, no, humans aren't very boxy creatures, you know, we're quite round. So trying to get up on this thing so that also the dudes next to you can't see your junk is just a little bit uncomfortable. And then of course the problem with them is that a lot of them are also placed quite high. Now, I'm not a short dude, you know, I'm 5'11", so, you know, I got some size to me. The thing is that some of these are placed higher than where that is, so it's a little bit interesting that sometimes you feel like you gotta tiptoe a little just to more comfortably, like, do what you have to do, you know? I would honestly say that this is a B tier designed urinal, mainly because it's so common that we've gotten used to it, and it's almost like the design is just something that we're like so used to at this point that it doesn't bother us anymore. But in reality, it could be a lot better. So next up, we have this really long urinal that is on the floor. See, these are more comfortable to use, mainly because, you know, it's just really easy to walk up to them and do what you got to do. The only thing that I have a huge problem with when it comes to these is that literally everywhere that I have seen these, the floor is disgusting. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to repeat this. I don't know how many times it needs to be iterated. Men, please, for the love of God, aim! Use your aim! So in terms of comfortability and form, I gotta say it is pretty good. My biggest issue with it is, of course, that men don't seem to know how to use it. Men do be kind of stupid sometimes, you know? I'll go ahead and I'll give it an A, mainly because I'm mainly judging this based on how comfortable it is to use based on its form. And because it's a form that you can more easily walk up to and do what you gotta do, it's pretty high up there. Next up, we have the ones that most of us really, really hate. It's the long metal ones that you see in like public events or like fairs and stuff, where it's not even like a single urinal. It's like you're in the same urinal as literally every other dude. It's mad gross. The other problem with these is that they look just like the sinks that they install. Really long metal ones that everyone shares. Let me remind you that this guy exists.
This isn't a urinal, is it?
I think it is, man.
Fresh.
This one is just instantly an F tier. Like, no, these are so dumb. Next up, we have the really, really small, round, onion-looking ones. They're the other variant of urinal that you can find at most schools, and they're essentially the square ones, but just round. They still have the little lip in front and everything. These are also usually placed quite high, and I really, really question school designers, what's going through their head. These are kids. They mainly use school bathrooms. So why are you placing them higher than some kids are tall? In terms of how comfortable, I'd say that these are about equal to the rectangle shaped ones, but they do have a bit of an up in privacy just because they're more personal, less big. Usually the weird little lip nose things are a little bit bigger on these though, so it makes it a little harder to actually get up close to be private, and they're always usually disgusting too and clean once a month, so it's, Honestly, in terms of design choice, it's not terrible. I'll put it on par with the rectangle ones. Now the next ones are very similar to the last ones. They're just more hexagonal, sort of. Honestly, I feel like these are slightly worse just because they are wider, and so it does make it even harder to have privacy because you gotta keep more of a distance. You can't really get close, and like I said, they're never the cleanest, so you kind of want to just not touch them. I'd honestly say that these are a C tier. All right, so the next one we have is a little weird. The company Sloan, which you've probably seen that name or logo on some bathroom machinery before, made designer urinals. I'm gonna be honest, this is... What the hell are we... What the hell are we doing? We're making designer everything now. I'm literally gonna piss in this thing. Why do I care if it's designer or not? I don't need a coochie urinal.
Hold it. Run that back.
A coochie urinal. The shape is not bad. I will say the shape is pretty good. It seems low enough where it's supposed to be. And it's easy to, like, you know, get close enough where you don't have to touch it, but where there can be some privacy. There's also dividers there. So, I gotta say, design-wise, it is quite good. The fact that it's designer is downright stupid, though. Alright, so the next one is one I personally have never seen in public anywhere, but I like this design. The front part is round, which means that it's easier to actually get up to comfortably. And it doesn't have a weird lip protruding out, which means that you can literally just get up and like much closer to it. This obviously allows for a lot more privacy. And because there is no weird lip thing in the front, it means it's more comfortable. Honestly, this right here looks like a solid S tier to me. All right, so this is the weird plastic urinals that you can find inside porta potties. They're always angled weird. I honestly have to say that these are just, I don't know. I mean, design-wise, I guess it kind of does what it's supposed to do. But like I said, they're always positioned in a weird angle, and so it makes it really awkward to do anything. Given purely from a design standpoint, I'd say they're probably C tier. Given their location, I'd always put them at Z tier, but Z tier ain't here, so you know. Next up, we have whatever the hell this is. I just found this randomly on the internet, and I thought, you know what, let's throw it into this. What is this? Wherever this is, I want to not be near it. I don't care how comfortable they are. This is an automatic F tier. Because what the hell is that? This has got to be some weird fetish I've never heard of. This is just... So as you can see, form and design is extremely important. Extremely important when it comes to doing your business. In pretty much everything we do, even things as weird as this, design is extremely important. So as absolutely weird, stupid, probably slightly disturbing this video was, and as much as you guys are probably questioning my sanity, we can all agree that there was some lesson that was taken out of this. Design pretty much has a role to play in about everything that we do, about everything we consume, everything that we purchase, everything that draws our attention. So with that said, I think we're gonna wrap up today's video. And I have to say, if you're still watching this right now, you either had nothing better to do than to watch me rant on about urinals, or you are going equally as insane as me. Either way, I appreciate you all for being here, and it's grind time. More videos are coming out. Like I said, I am working on another video as we speak. So I don't know when that's going to be out. Probably at the end of the month. This one's going to be a little bit longer. Not in terms of length, just in terms of how long it's going to take to make. Let me know what you guys want to see me do down in the description. I want to make design cool. I want to make it fun. I want to make it interesting. I want to get it out there. I want to make it mainstream, you know? So anyway, thank you for being here. Make sure to follow me on my socials. All that's down in the description. And I hope wherever you guys are, whenever you guys are watching today's video, you have a great and wonderful day. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.